We're reading his book. It's called Walter the Weather Dog, or Walter and the Horrible Hurricane. There's pictures of dogs. Okay, so we'll keep reading. They always stay in the same big house next door to old Fred Sears, a native of Virginia Beach for more than 50 years. The first few days the sea was calm and gentle breezes blew, but far away and out of sight a storm began to brew. One night the dogs were playing cards and watching Paw Patrol, when suddenly the TV chimed and words began to scroll. A depression has just formed and it will likely grow, it said. The coastal region in its path are shaded in dark red. Walter knew that Fred could sometimes be a stubborn man, and if the storm took aim at them, he wouldn't have a plan. He's falling asleep. So Walter went to Fred and said, "A storm is on its way. The current track will bring it here in less than one full day." But Fred replied, "I saw that thing. It's weak and far away. Besides, it never seems to be as bad as what they say." A depression is the weakest one, but could become a storm. And if that storm grows strong enough, a hurricane will form. Depression, storm, or hurricane, they're all the same to me. I'll hunker down and ride it out at home beside the sea. But Category 5 storms on the Saffir-Simpson scale bring catastrophic storm surge and a damaging strong gale. Saffir this and Simpson that, forgive me if I boast. I'm not sure of this. No storm can hurt my house along the coast. Here's the scale. Category 5. 157 miles per hour. Walter knew his arguing would never work on Fred, so he and all his friends packed up their bags and went to bed. When morning came, the sky turned black, the wind began to blow. Walter's friends had left, and he and Stanley soon would go. He knows the book. He's seen it before. Oh. Then Stanley said, "Hey, Walter, you are wise in what you say. I think it's time to move inland and get out of harm's way." The ocean rose, the waves crashed forth, and overtook the beach. Another 30 minutes would put safety out of reach. They both jumped on their Vespas and were heading out of town, when suddenly they saw a sign the power lines were down. They backtracked to the Hampton Bridge, their only way around. With any luck, they'd get across and flee to higher ground. Turning onto Dock Street, they could see the bridge ahead, when suddenly Fred Sears appeared. His face was filled with dread. "I never should have stayed behind. I know now I was wrong. Please take me with you if you can. This storm is far too strong." The three friends sped across the bridge and safely made their way to shelter, where they laid their heads and waited for a day. The hurricane blew strong and fierce, relentless on its course, destroying everything in sight with monumental force. Old Fred had learned his lesson, and he'd never try again to take a chance and stay at home when hurricanes roll in. Thank you both for showing me how bad these storms can be. I'm grateful for your wisdom and for friends who care for me. Good night.